From the Visa Spotlight Studio at the Toronto International Film Festival, this is Red Carpet Diary. Flying Circus alumni pay tribute to a late colleague in the 3D animated biopic, A Liar's Autobiography, the untrue story of Monty Python's Graham Chapman. Here is Terry Jones.
Hello.
How would you describe the movie to someone who had no knowledge of it? Not necessarily someone who didn't know about who Graham was, but just what's the movie about?
Well, I think it's about a man who is openly gay and a secret alcoholic, basically, and he's trying to find himself. I think it's about somebody who's looking for himself.
Now comes an animation epic.
Chapman, sir!
That delves into the murky depths.
I did a lot of drinking, a great deal.
Of a man's soul.
You know very well there's not a shred of truth in it.
Okay.
Is it fair to say the film's funny and disturbing?
Yeah, I think so. It's the drying out sequences are very creepy, actually.
You went to Oxford. Graham Chapman was from Cambridge.
Yeah.
Where did you meet?
Well, the first time I ever saw Graham was on stage. He was doing Cambridge Circus at the Wyndham's Theatre, and we were actually doing the Oxford Review at a different theatre in London. But we were only doing the evenings, and there was a matinee, a Wednesday matinee, so I went along to that. Graham just... absolutely, I couldn't take my eyes off Graham because I could see what John Cleese and Bill Oddie and Tim Brooke Taylor were doing. They were being funny and they were acting, you know, they were performing. But Graham looked like he'd walked on off the street onto the stage and was a bit surprised to be there. I just couldn't take my eyes off him. And I think that that presence was essential for him doing King Arthur and doing Brian, because he was the still centre around which the mayhem was happening. And without that integrity of being himself, it wouldn't have worked.
What would you think he'd like to be remembered as, if that would even be a consideration for him? How do you think he will be remembered? As a writer, an actor?
Well, I think he was Monty Python's star. I think he was the leading man, and we were all doing character parts. And he was the leading man. And that was his significance, really. And it's kind of odd because for me to say that he was being himself, but who was he? I don't know. He was being. I think in life he was acting. And he was always hiding behind a pipe or alcoholism or his gayness. So who was he?